Hey guys, my name is Caitlin Byrne and I'm here to talk to you today about picking your low-calorie desserts in order to satisfy that sweet tooth of yours. I know everyone has it. Some of us are better at hiding it than others, but for me, I have a sweet tooth. After every meal or, late night around 9 o'clock, I'm craving, a cookie or a little bit of ice cream, something along those lines. So I'm trying to research ways or different recipes or items that we can eat without breaking our calorie bank. So here's a few things that I found through a little bit of Googling and researching. And according to Fitness Magazine, who has a great set of articles on low-calorie desserts and low-calorie sweet items that if you want to look into, it's a great place to look into, as well as Women's Health Magazine and Men's Health Magazine have great tips and recipes for low-calorie desserts. Let's start off with a good dessert if you're into the whole Greek yogurt trend that's now happening. Greek yogurt is another alternative to regular yogurt. It's a little bit higher in protein, and it's something you could add fruit to and have it as a little bit of a late night snack or midday snack or after lunch snack, whatever works for you. But Greek yogurt is a healthy way to satisfy that sweet tooth. Now, if you're not into the whole Greek yogurt thing and you think it tastes like sour cream and you don't like it at all, there's other alternatives. You also have non-fat yogurt, which you can also use in cooking and baking and substituting certain things. Fitness Magazine is a great brownie recipe, and it actually substitutes some stuff and uses non-fat yogurt as one of the ingredients, which is really great because it's non-fat. So researching and especially when you're cooking desserts or making desserts for family, friends, or just yourself, it's a great thing to look into is substituting things out and using healthier options for your cooking. If you're at the store and you happen to go into the bakery aisle and wow, do those donuts look good, but on the left side over there you have Angel Food Cake sitting and staring at you in the face. Angel Food Cake is actually 0 grams of fat, so it's a great alternative to picking up that donut, which will make you want to go run straight for the gym because that is one of the foods that makes me feel the most guilty out of any of the desserts. So Angel Food Cake, throw some fresh strawberries on there and you've got yourself a great low-calorie, 0 grams of fat snack. A good thing to look out for is the nutrition labels. A lot of desserts can get you, but if you're smart about what to look for, you can help yourself not feel so guilty about the sweets that you consume. So, some things to look out for: the amount of calories in a serving. Now, there may be 5 calories that are in a serving, but how many servings are in that item that you're eating? So, that's a great thing to look for. So, here's an example. So here we have a cup of Trader Joe's yogurt, and it has a total of 140 calories. The serving size is 4 ounces. So if you take 4 ounces of this, which is the entire thing, you're only consuming 140 calories. And it's a small little snack that won't ruin your day, ruin your calorie count if you're counting calories, and it'll still keep you on track to keeping a low-calorie diet and still satisfying that sweet tooth. So, yogurt's a great way to go, but always check the calories. There are, like I said before, non-fat yogurts. Yogurt's a great option. Another thing to keep in mind when you are eating dessert is a great lesson that my mother has taught me, and that is everything in moderation. We can exercise, we can diet, we can do all that, but if we're starving ourselves, if we're turning to those liquid diets that are making our stomachs turn into knots and us sick, there's no point. You're making yourself unhappy and unhealthy. So we need to find ways where we can balance out everything. We can still have that 140 calorie yummy yogurt and still be on track to losing weight. So counting calories is a great way, and just keeping in mind the amount of sugar that we're consuming. That's a big thing. So this bad boy right here can be the death of you. If we can look more into our daily intake of sugar, it can really help us to keep off a lot of that weight. So one big thing that I love is fruit, but fruit has a lot of sugar. So always keep that into account when you're eating a piece of fruit. But if it's a piece of fruit or a piece of candy, definitely take the piece of fruit over that. One of my favorite options, because I am a cookie eater, I am my father's child, I definitely like vanilla wafers, and these are actually the Safeway brands. They're cheaper too. These ones have 140 calories for 8 wafers. They also have low sodium and not that much sugar in them compared to other cookies. So it's a lot about, taking the time to go grocery shopping and looking at nutrition labels and comparing the things that, the benefits, are they outweighing the negatives, and, how much of your grocery cart is filled with sugary items compared to just nutritional items that you need to keep your health up. So another thing is that we can find some desserts out there that are actually beneficial to us. One in particular is dark chocolate. We've heard about it in the news, we've heard about it in different health articles. Well, dark chocolate actually benefits your heart and is a great late night snack. Obviously, everything needs to be in moderation, so don't go picking up the king size candy bar. Always make sure you have everything in moderation. Another thing is, like I had in my post before about staying hydrated. If you're hydrated throughout the day and you're drinking enough water, and your hunger is going to be suppressed. So keep in mind, and a lot of times sugar sucks a lot of our hydration out. So make sure you're drinking that water to suppress that appetite, as well as fight off that need to have that sweet tooth. So definitely look for, Google. We can't, as a generation now, make excuses for why we're picking the worst desserts out of it all. We can Google online alternatives, recipes, just taking the time out of your weekend or maybe an extra hour to find a healthy option in a clouded, dessert aisle. So, you're looking at maybe 100-calorie packs. Those are great because they're pre-counted calories in a little package, and you can't go unless you're eating 5 of the 100-calorie packets, then we're in trouble. So always make sure you're keeping in moderation whatever you are eating. And just, a lot of times too, a good way is to just slowly wean yourself off of constantly having that dessert, every single time after a meal. And maybe cut back to once a day and then once a week, and then obviously that's definitely a challenging road. But I think with the right amount of just weaning yourself off of that habit will really help you. So turning to things like yogurt, fruit, angel food cake, and just comparing nutrition labels on cookies, and even having, instead of getting the ice cream that you see with all the good stuff in it, maybe turning to some non-fat yogurt, going down to the yogurt store and filling up on fruits and yogurt, which most of the time a lot of them are very, very low in fat. So keep in mind, calories per serving, always look at the serving, how much saturated fat is in your dessert item, and just how much sugar is in there. And just lowering your daily intake of sugar, no matter if it's dessert or any other meal. So really just being aware of what the nutrition is on the item that you pick up. So just keep in mind those tips, and enjoy that dessert every so often, and then jump on the gym the next day and always work it off. So I'm Caitlin Byrne, and if I could leave you with anything out of this, it's everything in moderation, just like my mother taught me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this post, and keep an eye out for low sugar and low saturated fat, low calories per serving. I'm Caitlin Byrne, and have a great day.